Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And today we get a lot of requests. Why is our Eleanors in a different level than what you see out there? There's some guys building Eleanors and there's just different levels. We just want to show some detail where we start from with an original 67 or 68 fastback, and then how we go to the metal shop from us building our own in-house chassis all the way to the detail in the metal work, and why our cars are so different and what puts them in a different level of build. So yeah, let's take a look. This is like what we would start with. We have a few of these cars in the yard, and then from there we'll go ahead and disassemble them. We'll sandblast them, get rid of all the rust, all the paint, and then we'll put them on top of our chassis. So let's go take a walk and show you guys how we build chassis all the way to a car that is almost done in metal, so you can see what it looks like before it goes to paint and body. Just to kind of show you why we don't put so much Bondo, so much body filler, and why the level is where it's at. So follow me. So here you guys can see a chassis in process. So we make our own chassis in-house. It was designed and it's built in-house. We build it on a unijig where it's fully jigged up, so it's square. All the steel gets laser cut, and then we TIG weld the whole thing. And you guys can see right here, they're setting up our own core support because we do run larger radiators in the cars. And then you can see how we have fixtures to place everything. So while they're building the cars, everything is fixtured and locates everything on the chassis. So we have consistency, and then we'll have the performance. And our chassis, right now we're running the Detroit front end on the front, and then we run our own independent rear end. That we will do a full chassis video showing you guys all of that in the future. But let's go and see what kind of beautiful work the guys here do on the metal work. So we got one car here that is pretty much ready to go to to paint and body. And you can see how it gets mocked up. So you can see kind of the gaps. So all the metal work has been done, fenders, doors, roof. And then we already install our body kit. We do all that in the metal shop, so we know all the fitments are good. We don't do the flares yet. That happens doing body work, but you can see how the front bumper fits, the nose piece. All these parts are carbon fiber that are made in-house. We don't sell this to anybody else. This is our own parts that we do for our own cars only. And you can see the fitment where you don't have to use a ton of mud. This car is pretty much going to get primered. It's going to get blocked a few times and then primered again, and then it's going to be ready for paint. Carbon fiber hood. Let's take a look inside. This will be exposed carbon. That's why it's being protected. And you can see the metal work inside where we took the towers off. We're using the close off from Detroit Speed, billet hinges, our own core support that we showed in the chassis. You can see it's a brand new core support. All the mounts, super clean, where you don't have any extra holes or any kind of plumbing issues with it. It's designed to fit all our oversized condensers and radiators. Factory vent is still in place. We clean up the fenders. You can see the quality where you don't have all the bumps on the fenders and how good these fenders are actually fitting. Our chassis is in there. The Detroit Speed front suspension is all mocked up and ready to go. That's all done. You can come and see this side of the car. Same fitment. See the door gaps. So a lot of hours in metal just to get the cars to this level. Instead of just throwing mud at the car, we're doing it all in metal. We're doing all our gaps, everything in metal. And of course, this car has our full rear quarters and all the rear clip made out of carbon fiber, one piece. We've shown the videos before how we installed this on, and this is beautiful because we don't have to bond the flares. We don't have to do the lower ones or any of the scoops. It's all built in. Trunk is made out of carbon. This specific trunk has got a lot of clear on it, just protected from UV. Bumpers are carbon fiber. Our tails are all made out of carbon. It's all part of the one piece, and makes it really nice because you got all carbon. And then the trunk, one thing that we do before we bond the rear clip, we do epoxy primer the whole inside, and it's all done on the inside, so you get no rust at all on the car. It's fully protected. And our tubs, our outer tubs, this car will be tubbed with the 315 rear tire. The other tubs are all made out of carbon with exposed on the top, so you can see it, and I'll show it to you what it looks on the bottom. The battery tray is all mocked up. Everything is mocked up to what we're gonna need on this car. And again, it's really nice because all the extensions are one part. Bumpers fit beautifully, so we don't have to use mud or anything like that on the car. The gas cap relocation is already done. And you can see it all inside. The car is all closed out, and most of it, the rear clip is all primered. I'll lift the car so we can look underneath, but again, we'll show you guys all the gaps and everything on it, how nice it looks. So I'll start, I guess, in the back, so you guys can see in the back again how everything, that all our plumbings, our grounds, we make this panel here that it fits right through. We do have our inner tub in there that's all done. This accepts our independent rear. Gas tanks goes in the rear. We have all our tabs that we need for all our suspension, our brake lines, our exhaust. Everything is pre-made in the chassis. Right now we're not done with this one. Our exhaust is gonna run through the chassis. We're doing the outer right now. That's what we're finishing still on this car before it goes to the paint shop. We have a removable X frame stiffener in the middle. The exhaust will run right through here. It's all mocked up already and it'll be all locked in. So everything, full chassis, everything is all done. You can see it looks beautiful from the top and bottom, and it's all rigged up already with the ground locations. It's rigged up with everything that we're gonna need to assemble this car quickly when it comes out of paint and consistently. So we just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the difference. A lot of carbon, amazing metal work, custom made chassis, independent rear end, custom carbon tubs, and the way we seal the car. We really want these cars to last another 100 years out there without a problem. So we take a lot of time, you know, protecting it from the environment, from rust. We go through the whole car. We do really good epoxy primers and making sure that we don't have any problems down the road. And we try to get in there when we have the car apart. We'll do multiple shooting of primer during the metal work. So we'll be done with the inside frame, with the shell, and then we'll primer it, and then we'll put the top on top. So let's say we do a roof or we're doing quarters, we prime everything on the inside so we can see that. And Madeline, I don't know if you have some videos of us priming the rear of the car before we put the carbon. Maybe we could put it in this video so they can see how it's all protected before we go on. And then from there, we'll go again to paint and body. We get a painted car, and then we'll go to final assembly. We'll probably do another video on the final assembly, but that's how we go from a car that sits in the yard to a beautiful finish. Eleanor, Madeline will add some pictures of an Eleanor that is done, and that's kind of the process, how we go through it. But we're gonna try to do more videos of showing like small processes and more detail of it. The next video we probably will be doing is talking about our independent more up close and how we do a chassis and the design of the chassis. We'll get Nate involved because he spent so many hours developing that chassis and the independent rear end. Thanks guys for watching. Leave some comments if you have any questions and we'll make sure we answer them. See you next video.